fork in the road?
Take it.
There you go. Many of us come to places with forks in the road and I'm included, because I said, you know, water, you gotta make it, but there's a whole new way. And I think the more we get into this and realize it, the more awestruck we are by it. The more we meet people, as Susan said, the more we meet people that have something happen in their life. It's not a testimonial so much from one to another. It's this person that has happened to me. Look at me. That's pretty awesome. It really is. But we got some cake over here. Did you see the cake? We got some cake over here.
For me and one for all of you.
Don't anybody get your drops out. That probably won't cut mustard. But anyway, one's white and one's chocolate, and we get a little cake. We get a time to cut it before it happens. We have a couple other thoughts. There have been some other people in this last big rush that had a big increase. And I've heard some awesome stories. People standing in line for going to plant mining and stuff. Yeah, pretty amazing. But would anybody here like to say or get up and share what Keith has meant to them in their life? Because most of us come from very diverse backgrounds. This is becoming a family. To us, it is. Becoming a family. It'd be fun to share. If anybody like to take a moment and say, of course, now there's.
All right, no making me cry.
I gotta say, most of you know, he is my father, boss man. But I didn't get to know my dad a lot growing up. And I gotta say, he's one of the most remarkable gentlemen that I've gotten to know over the past 2 years now. And the way he takes this machine and believes in it so much that he has created these centers, not just to help him out, but to actually share it with people and to help this group and to grow this group the way he did. It's pretty remarkable. So I gotta say, I love my dad, and I admire him greatly, and I'm very proud.
Pretty violent.
Hi there.
We met this man in October. Kathy, you tell me about it. Came a new cousin and brother, just a wonderful, complete fit. He's just a wonderful friend, and when he believed in us, and we started sharing water, and what he's done in the capacity of education he's given, he's never been in a business, and many businesses have failed him, but in any business where there's somebody that stands behind so strong alongside, not behind that, but alongside for the work. And ask what you share with us. Having 3 buildings for all of us to utilize, and I've paid expenses on insurance on these suckers. So I appreciate doing it, and I just appreciate the value that you entered into our life and the value that we now have kept.
A word from the doc. You know, it's been more than a year that I met Keith. He was a lot heavier than he is now. And, you know, through his attitude that share with all of us, put together, you know, lots of doctors that not used to talk to each other, but he made that possible and create a beautiful center in Scottsdale that everybody should admire. And besides, you know, he gave us a family, like you mentioned, that people that otherwise I was met in my life now are my friends. I thank you for that.
I met
have
Keith.
something to say too. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, no, you go ahead.
Okay, if I get so Keith just said to me not too long ago, a few minutes ago, that you can say it. When I first met Keith, some of you know that all I had was oxygen full time. I couldn't walk, I was in a wheelchair. I even came here first to drive in my wheelchair. and couldn't get out. And my husband, Bill Chambers, and I have been on the water since August of last year. And I have had a healing, and I tell them to use the water and prayer. But I was pronounced over my lungs and everything at Mayo Clinic emergency room in November that I would never get better, that everything was terrible. I was on my scooter all the time. So anyway, here I am today. Now, the thing I have to say about Keith is that I have not always liked the people that Bill has worked with. I have hardly ever met anyone with such sterling qualities as this gentleman. He has tremendous integrity. He's warm. He's a loving person. And I've just been so thrilled to be associated with this man and his organization.
I met Keith about 2.5 months ago, and I was in a way different world than I am in now, and I just really want to take a massive attitude of gratitude to Keith specifically on a personal level, first and foremost, because I was in a very egocentric world, a very shark-infested world, and a very motivated, down-your-throat type of world, and internet marketing and so forth. And I actually prayed and meditated for this opportunity, and he has been a guiding light in many, many, many ways, and he has been a mentor that walks his talk every single day. And I have had a very hard time in finding somebody that's more gracious than he is, and all the things that he actually gives, from mental support to physical buildings that allow people the ability to showcase their talents, abilities, and skills. And just the thrivingness of that opportunity is just unbelievable compared to what's happening in our economy right now. And just want to say, really, Keith, thank you so much for everything that you're doing on a personal level, and then also professionally. Congratulations on becoming 6A2.
If we were to talk about Keith, I think it could be described, Keith could be described in one word, which is vision. Keith had a vision, and because of that, everybody in this room and so many more people that aren't here are doing what they're doing. So Keith took people from many different walks of life, many different styles, many different educations, backgrounds, things that they have experienced, and then brought them all together. So Keith is a master worker of working with people. And that's one thing that I appreciate with Keith, and I know I've given him a hard time occasionally. That's my manner, really. And he's always, as John Michael said, he's always been most gracious and received that. But again, if we're going to think about Keith, it's vision, in my opinion. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
He is KJ. He's Jimmy. That's how we find him. He is awesome. One thing, he's way up there, but he always comes down to help you and make sure that, you have what you need, what you he's there for you. One time we had to see a prospective customer who is very important to us, and the appointment was 10 o'clock at night, and he went there with us. We finished about 12 o'clock, and he had to go somewhere else. We finished about 2, and he had to go somewhere else too. But that is commitment. And he was just, and I gave you your time.
You realize now we can all follow the process.
Aaron? Yeah, we'll go for lunch. I think you need the battery.
Did you kill it? You killed it. Where is the battery?
It's in the little charger thing under there. Also, why? And I didn't run. When I got here, when I stood up, it would take a couple of minutes, and I was kind of prone. And I said, this is about all I could do. Then I sit back down because I couldn't stand up for the phone. And I still can't stand up for the phone. But I'm doing I know I have a sewing machine, but I drink the water every day, and I tell people about it every day. People see me and say, "You look better." I do look better. I guess. But I feel better, and I feel stronger. And when I first started drinking the water, I was just about to the point where people had to help me stand up like a kid. So I can thank you for my health. Better not be. So thank you. I wouldn't have been able to get a machine. I couldn't. I'm going to sell some.
You are.
Yeah.
I know you are.
I think I would be appropriate because without them, we don't know that Kangen water. Underwater helps us so much. I can't sleep at night time because of drinking the water that is like a baby. And I think that actually is life. All done. And thanks for our religious focus because you have left us picture in hand to us all. We love you so much.
Well, I'm Keith's first fail, really, and he has driven me and stood behind me, encouraged me, and been a real good inspiration for me.
Best speech I've ever seen there.
Well, you've all heard me say it before, but I'll say it again. Thank you, Keith, for saving my life. That's it.
And it wasn't me, it was the water. That's what she did with it.
Well, thank you guys.
We're so fortunate to be here.
We're
so fortunate.
To introduce you.
To be here and to be part of your team, and you've taken us in, we know we're way out of the money, and we appreciate it.
I do appreciate an interesting thing. He really does, with the boot camps and all the other things that we get way down the line, sideline. That very thing out there in that store, a lot of us couldn't buy a whole bunch of every one of those. It makes it real difficult. But you right here buy everything across the board, and you have a tool in your hand to use. So it really is more help than we really even appreciate. But again, thank you. God bless you. We're going to move this thing to the side over here, and if he's not looking, sneak over and look for him.
Go help yourself. I'll cut the first seat.
You like chocolate or white?
White.
That's the white one. That's not real pretty, but I'm going to follow the theme anyway.
That's beautiful. Ride the wave.
Ride the wave. That's great.
I can't get back far enough.
Uh-oh, this is chocolate.
You get to cut again then. Thank you.
Darn it, Chabowski is not going to give the same speech we gave today. Okay.
Did you really want a white one for you?
That's it.
Robert Ray, so